it's Kelly here from Salt, and I have got Caroline from Dubai, who's a principal consultant. How are you going, Caroline?
Very well, and yourself, Kelly?
I am good, thank you. So, why did you join Salt?
A few different reasons, but number one, to be honest, was our regional director here, Rick Smith. So I wanted to move to Dubai because I'd been at my previous company back in the UK for 6 years. I was doing IT in the US market. So for me to leave, quite a stable job, stable company, and, up sticks and leave it had to be for something that was what I was looking for the long term. So I had a conversation with Rick. I had a conversation with a couple of other recruitment companies within Dubai. And for me, it was just a no-brainer. I mean, his positivity and enthusiasm is just so infectious. And it was also the structure at Salt, and one of the main things that drew me specifically to Salt and tied in with what it was that I was looking for is the fact that we really are specialists in what it is that we do. And when you're an experienced recruiter, that's what you really look for. I didn't want to, go into a company and just be a general recruiter. That's not my background. That's not what I'm interested in. I wanted to stick within IT and I wanted to specialise. And there was an opening to come over here and head up the data desk. And yeah, it was just a no-brainer after I spoke to Rick, and I packed up my bags, and within a few weeks I was on the plane and I was over here in Dubai.
Wow. And what surprised you joining Salt?
Again, lots of different things, to be quite honest with you. I think one of the major things has been the growth. When I started, which was about 18 months ago, I think there was about 160 people and we had 9 different locations. We've got over, I think, 250 now, and we've got 14 different locations. So, I mean, that's quite a significant amount of growth in a short period of time. And if you kind of, take into consideration, we went through, the pandemic last year, I think that's very, very impressive. And I don't think a lot of other recruitment companies out there that, can tell the same story. So the growth at Salt, I think, is something that has definitely impressed and surprised me. And the culture as well. I mean, the people at Salt are great. We're all, I think, very individual, but there's a lot of similarities as well between all of us salties that work here. We're all very passionate about what we do. We're all very ambitious. We're all very driven towards our goals. Other companies that I've worked in the past, I worked at 2 other recruitment companies before I joined Salt. There's always kind of a massive difference between the people who are at the top of the leaderboard and then everybody else. Generally at Salt, you've got so many people that are so good at what it is that they do. You don't kind of have any weak links in the chain, as you were. And again, I think in recruitment, that's very, very rare. You normally have kind of your superstar top billers and then everybody else. And I think at Salt, across the board, everybody, knows their market very well. Everybody does very well for themselves, and ultimately that benefits Salt, but it benefits all of us as well.
Yeah. And in 18 months, have you got one particular Salt highlight?
I mean, we're very lucky that we live here in Dubai, so our lunch clubs and our incentives have been exceptional. So we've been to Nusret, we're going to Indochine on Thursday for our lunch club, so we are spoilt for choice in terms of the restaurants that we can pick. We do a lot of other incentives that aren't eating and drinking as well. We do bowling, we've been on boat trips, spa days, pool days, massages. So being at Salt, they are incredibly generous. We work very hard. I mean, we put in the late nights, but you also get rewarded very heavily for putting in that extra effort and that work as well. So we've done some amazing things, and for me personally, being here 18 months within COVID and hitting my quarterly bonus last year was definitely a massive highlight for me, because getting your quarterly bonus is the difference between doing well and getting decent money but getting your quarterly bonus, it's kind of life-changing. You know, with that you can buy a car or think about putting down a deposit for a house. So I mean, it's life-changing when you are hitting your quarterly bonuses.
Yeah, yeah. And how about another salt location? Where would it be and why?
I love Amsterdam. I've visited there a couple of times. I think as a city, it's great. There's also a lot of tech talent there. But in all honesty, Dubai is my dream. I've been coming to the Middle East on off since I was very young. My dad's in oil and gas. My brother lives in Bahrain. So I'm gonna have to say I'm already in my dream location, and I love living here in Dubai.
I'm sure Rick will be very happy to hear that, although I'm sure Joel would have you in Amsterdam as well, but you know, let's just keep Rick happy for now. Yeah.
Yeah, no, part of Ricky and the Dubai dream team for sure.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Caroline, thanks so much for catching up with me, and I will see you next time.
Definitely. Thanks.
All righty.
Bye.
See you. Bye.